DEWALT now has a 20-volt Grabo lifter, and if you're familiar with any suction type lifting device, you know what this does. It actually suction cups itself down to material and allows you to lift up to 265 pounds. Now with this, you have the 20-volt DEWALT battery that's going to go on and provide that power for the suction. Very, very simple to use. We'll just switch it on, push that green button. This is going to automatically suction cup itself down and turn the pump off once it reaches its optimal strength. Now with the green button on and the green light on, we can move this around. Well, we can't, but if something were to happen and it need to have suction again, it would then turn itself back on, suction up again, and go. So it's gonna keep you safe. That's important. To remove it, push the green button, push the red button. That's gonna allow the atmospheric air back in, and you can remove it. Very simple. If you've lifted anything big, you can just imagine the uses that you have from this from stone. Yes, it'll work on semi-porous material. Mirrors, if you ever put a huge mirror in a bathroom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Glass, doors, even OSB. It will lift just about anything, and it even has straps on the side or places to put them, so you could use a shoulder harness to lift things up. It's going to make things safe, it's going to make things comfortable. This guy is awesome. This video is sponsored by DEWALT, but that does not mean I can't show you what I want to in this video and be honest with you about what this tool is all about. Let's come in and take a closer look at the DEWALT Grabo. Here is where all of your pressure is applied. There are different parts and pieces that are going to come with this to allow you to rebuild this if anything were to happen. You can see it gets a little dirty around this foam edge. Not a big deal. Just wipe it off. It doesn't affect the performance unless it gets really, really dirty. Top side, we set this guy down. Here are the places to put straps. You have 4 places, and that would be excellent if you were lifting heavy items. Battery comes off the back, very simple, just like you would see in any other DEWALT tool. On and off button is in the back, out of the way. And when lifting, you're not going to be able to hit it to turn it on. I think that's very important. We're going to turn this guy on. At the top, we have PSI shown here. If we push this button, it goes down to bar, back to PSI. So it's your choice, whatever you'd like to have. Super simple to use. It doesn't have to be pushed down on anything. As you can see, we just push the green button and it's going to suction self down. Now you can see the PSI building up. We're at negative 12.1 at this point in time, and just below that is our battery gauge. And there is a lack of suction around here as it is going down a little bit. That is to be expected under semi-porous surfaces. That's why this pump is going to turn back on when it needs to, and it will know the PSI, so not a big deal. If we were to try to lift this at this point in time, there is 0 chance of you lifting it. You can twist it, but there again, the pump will come back on, and that's what makes it safe. Now, there is a lock on this red button, and if you were to hit the red button, which is sticking up, is what most people would think, I could hit that. It doesn't do anything, which is again good. You have to turn off the pump, which turns this light red, letting you know that it's okay. The pump is not going to turn back on, and you are able to remove the suction and allow the atmospheric air back in. Simple, just like that and done. Very, very easy to use. You can hand this to just about anybody and they will be able to master it in a matter of seconds. If there's any limitation here, obviously you have to get something that's going to cover the whole place. So if we try to suction cup this down and the front and back's open, there's no way for it to gain suction. But if we get it in the right place where both sides are kind of in, it will gain. So you have to have a piece wide enough for it to suction cup itself down on. Now, if we can pick up that whole board that way, no issue. Now on wood, that pump might stay running for a while. No issue. We'll turn that off, release it. Let's go on to the next task. I would think this is pretty obvious, but you also have to have something that is going to be flat. It can't be curved. And there are ways of making it work though with curved items, but it's going to be a matter of how curved. This plow is just a little bit too curved to make it work, even if we turn it on its side to reduce that. And I say that and it makes a liar out of me. Look at that, we're going right up. This is a very heavy plow. Check this out. It gives me a way of grabbing this, and still, even with that surface, it's sticking. And I pushed the green button when it was warning me it was going to come off. That is pretty insane to still have it stick that hard to a curved surface. Many times I think it would be worth having two of these, and this is one tool to me that I think once you own one, you're going to want to buy another. But if you have an appliance that is awkward to handle and you just need to get a little bit better grip, I mean, this is amazing. So for a guy who's moving things around a lot, that's the ticket. I'm a huge fan of this tool, this style tool, because it's going to stop injuries. That is serious. If you're moving a large piece of glass and you just have it in a weird position and you're trying to get through different places, it's harder for you to concentrate on what you're walking over, what you're gonna bump into, a lot of different things, and this solves it. Plain and simple. It is a great tool. Everybody should have one, if not two, maybe three. It all depends on what you're carrying. I think they're well worth the money. Check these out. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can pick them up. As always, I'd like to hear your comments below. Have a great day.